love affair between Bill Kristol and Joe Biden seems to have continued. Let's listen to this and then we'll take it on the other side.
There was this focus group where swing voters, Trump Biden voters, they seem to buy the idea that Putin wouldn't have done this if Trump were president. How does the Democratic Party answer for that? I don't buy that. I don't think that matches logic, but voters do. That's a perception issue.
Well, one of the eerie things about this is just picture an America where Donald Trump is our president right now. I mean, that is scary. And what Democrats have to do is they have to ensure and go out there and run ads against Republicans that are not standing up against Trump, and at the same time say we're protecting American interests. Look at the leadership that Joe Biden brought. Joe Biden was brought into office and elected into office because people wanted some normalcy. People wanted a leader. People wanted someone who wasn't going to alienate our allies. And that's what they're seeing from Joe Biden. And it's a stark contrast from where Trump was and even where Trump has been in the last few days, right? But you do have a Republican Party that is loyal to Trump, especially those who are in primaries right now. And Democrats should use that against the Republican Party.
Bill, I think a lot of people kept wondering, when are Republicans going to take their off-ramp? They've had a few Trump off-ramps, right? I got to think Mitch McConnell, as I've always thought, Mitch McConnell will never admit it, but he will second-guess that vote decision he made in the second impeachment, probably in perpetuity. But nobody wants to take this off-ramp. The most obvious off-ramp right now from Trump is what he's been doing with Putin, and they're not taking it. Why?
Well, you know why? Because they think they're going to win the House, and they have a good chance to win in the Senate. They have paid no price for not taking all those off-ramps that you and I and a lot of my friends think they should have taken for the sake of the country. And until they're made to pay a price, now maybe they will. Democrats, if I could say, I love the Democrats these days, but they could do a little better job of kind of not having dissident Democratic members of Congress off for their own state of the union. It really isn't. I mean, you mentioned the focus groups, but there's a new NPR poll that has Biden up a few points.
That cannot be due
to the State of the Union. I think there's still a rally to the flag effect. And Biden has shown good leadership. I have tiny criticisms of a few things, but good leadership throughout this crisis. And that's why we elect presidents for crises like these.
And that's why we elect presidents with leadership capabilities for exactly times like these. Now, the question is, suppose something like this had happened under Donald Trump. Donald Trump would simply put his tail between his legs and say, okay, Putin, I'll hold back NATO. I will hold back any help for Ukrainians, all that good stuff. But it's a lot deeper than that. What Joe Biden has done in uniting the West against Putin has to be considered extraordinary after the damage that Donald Trump had done to the system. Now, you don't have to believe in NATO. You don't have to believe in any of these things to understand that for what's expected of a United States president, a good one, Biden has pushed all the right buttons. Now, there's one thing I wish more Democratic presidents would do, and that would be toot their horn somewhat better so Americans can know who's working on their behalf. We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel. And number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.